covering some Miami Dolphins football today. It's been a long time. It's the first time talking Miami Dolphins football, really football on this channel, for a good long while. The Dolphins are up 6-0, actually now 7-0 off of a pick six. And we are on the way to pick up an order as well. So we are headed to Hooters. We are picking up 80 wings. So perfect food delivery order to pair with the start of football season. These are the types of orders that I love to get right around football season. This is actually a large catering order on DoorDash. So for 50-piece wings, a 20-piece wings, and a 10-piece wings. We're just trying to get turned around. We've been just stuck at stoplights here, but very excited to be talking football here once again. So you come on in, hit that like, hit that subscribe. So it's 7-0. We will also run over scores of the other games. Remember, all this stuff is not really about much of anything of significance. It's mostly about determining who your subs, who your backups are going to be. Tua is not playing in the game today. Jared Goff's not playing in the game today. But there's lots of battles for final roster spots and everything. So Dolphins are up 7-0 early. Texans are up 7-0 on the Panthers. Patriots up 7-0 on the Vikings. Eagles lead the Browns 7-6, and the Colts lead the Packers 3-0. So that is the breakdown of everything that's going on. So far, the Dolphins scored off of a pick six, I believe. So we're on our way to Hooters to pick up a bunch of wings. The drop-off's not too far either. The only problem with this Hooters is usually they're somewhat delayed. That's one of the negatives. But hopefully, since it's middle of the afternoon, it will be just ready to go without a long wait. But nonetheless, we'll take a large catering order on DoorDash at 2 o'clock pretty much any day. Dasun, how's it going? We are talking Miami Dolphins football while doing food delivery here today. So welcome everybody to A Side of Hustle. So love hanging out with you, talking some football. Let me know who your team is. Appreciate everybody. So yeah, who are you cheering for this football season? I'm a Dolphins fan, so just love to kind of know who you are going for. We're on our way to Hooters to pick up 80 wings for this delivery. Dolphins are up 7-0 early on a pick six. Of course, it's mostly second, third string guys battling for roster spots and everything like that going on here. We got lots of people who don't know how to drive. Welcome to what it is. That's why I don't pay attention to chat while I'm driving. But so yeah, let me know who's your football team, who are you cheering on, who are you rooting for this season, who you think is going all the way. So we're out here talking football, making some money, hanging out with you guys. There's a little bit of extra time for this pickup because it took us a while to get here because of red lights, and there's still like 9 minutes till pickup. So this restaurant is usually slow, so I wonder if they've started to add a little extra time before that. So we're just going to see what sort of orders we can find here on a Saturday afternoon. Kevin, how's it going? Good afternoon to you as well. We have managed to catch like every red light and slow driver possible. And we're still stuck behind the guy who cut us off here too. Waiting at a red light. The Hooters is just on the other side, so we gotta just hit a quick little access road. So hope everybody's doing well. How's it going, Lisa? Dolphins are up 7-0 early. It's good to be talking football once again, especially with how horrible the Mets have been doing as they blew another lead yesterday. My day is going well. How's your day going, Lisa? So we actually just got this DoorDash large catering order. It's like 80 wings from Hooters. So Hooters is notoriously slow in my market. So the very last late delivery that I got knocked off of my ratings was a Hooters delivery. So hopefully they're not going to be crazy busy because it's a Saturday afternoon. And it's hot everywhere. Just been so hot here in Florida with so little rain this summer. Alright, I'm going to go. Hopefully this is just going to be ready to go here real quick. All right, they said 5 to 10 minutes, closer to 5, so we're gonna time them. But I'm gonna hang out here with you guys versus waiting in there. So yeah, it's hot everywhere this summer. Even Florida set some record highs. There were places in Florida that had their first recorded 100-degree temperature ever. So. All right, it is 7-0 Dolphins here. I don't have a live stream. I just have I have an audio. I have another commentator doing play-by-play, and then I got the ESPN app up right now while we're waiting. So it was 1:58. So I'm gonna go in and check at 2:03. I'm gonna check right at the 5-minute mark. But basically, it sounds like Zach Wilson is not doing well for the Dolphins today. I'm not a fan of Zach Wilson for this team. I got my sip cup today and I haven't spilled it yet, so that's the good news. This is the strawberry fresca combined with some Mountain Dew. So, and then I also have raspberry tea. I always fill 2 sip cups. They say unlimited. I'm going to put it to the test. I think I only have Sip Cup for like another 2 or 3 weeks, though. It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. Sometimes I get the coffee in the morning, too. All right, it's 2 o'clock. We're going to try 2:03. Try the 5 minute. Do you believe 5 to 10, closer to 5? Dolphins are punting there. The Lions are going to take over. 1st and 10 from their own 37. Wilson's been late on his throws today, so it was like a good start to the day today for delivering. Guys at Fresh Market right at open got a nice order, and then it was just like all downhill since then. So the actual customer for the Fresh Market order went totally off on me. She's like, "Why did you buy me brats?" I'm like, "Because it was on the list." "Why did you get this replacement milk?" "Because it was your requested replacement." Like, I don't know what was going on. I was very... Yeah, 5 to 10 equals 30 at Hooters usually. It says it's supposed to, like, DoorDash says it's supposed to be ready at 2:03. So, and they're saying 5 minutes was 2:03. But, like, it's a large catering order, and it's like, I don't even know, it's something plus, which basically means I'm going to take it. So, I'm going to wait for it no matter what. But we'll go see. It's 2:02. I'm going to go in. I'll go see it. I'm going to go see if it's ready. Hopefully we'll be right on our way right away. right, we got it. All right, we have an official definition of 5 to 10 closer to 5. It means 18. So, DoorDash has already let me know that they won't count this late order against me because the restaurant is slow. Well, how nice of them. How nice of you, DoorDash, for not penalizing drivers for waiting for customers for unknown amounts of money that you won't even tell us. All right. Well, Savage Batman, Jaeger, how's it going? We just picked up 80 wings from Hooters. So, football is back. The Dolphins are back. It is 7-7. The Lions scored while we were in there waiting for that order. I also nabbed a Grubhub order while I was in there that we're going to go by here shortly from Applebee's. It's going to take us closer to where we want to be for the afternoon of deliveries as well. So I'll get caught up on the rest of the chat here in just a second. But Jaeger, Savage Batman, thank you so much. Lisa, thank you for keeping everybody updated. So this is a quick drop off. We only have to go like 3 miles, and then we got to double back 1 mile to get back to the Applebee's, and then we're going to pick that up, drop that off downtown. So this one order alone is already probably going to be better than what I did for all of lunchtime today. Lunch was really slow. So this morning was fine. Lunch was slow. So anyway, so the Dolphins should be getting the ball back here. I got to get caught up because they actually did have the game on inside of Hooters. So I was trying to find a way to stream the radio broadcast through my phone. Haven't been able to find that yet, but sounds like Zach Wilson is just off with his throws in general. Corey, how's it going? The Red Sox ended up winning last night, and when the Mets ended up losing last night, they found a way. They find a way. They've given up leads in like 9 of their last 15 games, something like that. Some crazy stats. So the Mets are barely hanging on to a playoff spot that they don't really deserve at all right now. 3rd and 3 play for Miami here. So, sounds like Zach Wilson was just sacked. He's got 1 touchdown pass. I thought I heard before it was a pick 6, but I guess it actually wasn't. Well, it's going to be a personal foul on the Lions, so. But Dolphins and Zach Wilson are going to get bailed out maybe here. All right, we got to go about 1 more mile. You're just falling asleep. I was taking a nap at lunchtime today because lunch was so slow. I'm very thankful we got this Hooters order. It'll at least help. Basically, I'm not counting it as, it's kind of like late lunch. It's not really counting as afternoon. And hopefully there'll be 1 or 2 Instacart orders so we can quick shop once we get back downtown. The guy I'm listening to says Zach Wilson, the quarterback for the Dolphins right now, looks like a deer in headlights. But if you're Quinn Ewers, who is the Dolphins draft pick, that's what you want. You want the opportunity to actually win this backup job. Because who knows what this Dolphins team is going to be like next year. If Ewers can hang on as the backup, get a year of training, there's definitely a chance that the Dolphins part ways with Tua at the end of this season. I believe there are worlds where that happens. It's pretty much all second and third stringers, probably fourth stringers, guys battling for roster spots, playing for both teams today. So it's going to be your wide receiver 4 will be your wide receiver 1 sort of thing. It's a 14-yard gain for the Dolphins. Dolphins are first and 10 on the Detroit 15 here. All right. Well, the gate is open, so I don't need a gate code. That's nice. Seven-yard gain for Miami. It's going to be about 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 for the Dolphins. To the Detroit 9-yard line. So Zach Wilson, I guess, not looking good, but Dolphins still getting some results on the field. Well, there's a lot of people parked on this road, so I think we are... Oh, there's a party. There's a party. Let's see, is that the right house? There are cars parked everywhere. This has got to be the one. Yep. It's an animal theme party. They got giraffe balloons and monkey balloons and a tiger. And I don't know if it's a kid's birthday party or what, but I'm helping provide the party food. All right, we got $12 on that one. Bad Gamer, how's it going? Kaylee, how's it going? We just dropped off 80 wings to a birthday party. It's a large catering order, but this has been pretty consistent in my market recently. Just not the huge tips on these large catering orders that it used to be. A lot of people tipping right around 5 to 10%, not seeing a lot of these 20, 30% tips. So it used to be you saw a catering order, it was like a guaranteed 20 plus. Not anymore. I'm declining large catering orders on DoorDash on a somewhat regular basis now. So. Alright, well, hope everybody is doing well. It's still a good order, relatively speaking. $12 for like 4 miles. Despite the little bit of wait that we had to do. All right, we do have another pickup already set to go. This is like $10 for 5 miles, taking us downtown on Grubhub. Dolphins have 131 yards passing and 5 yards rushing today so far. So. All right, so we got to go to Applebee's. Picking up an order here. So hope everybody is doing well. We're at the 2-minute warning for this Dolphins game. 7-7, 2 minutes left. Dolphins have the ball 4th and 4. 4th and 4 on the Detroit 9-yard line. Going to be 4th and 4. We'll see if the Dolphins are going to try to bring out the field goal unit to practice that, or if they're just going to go for it to practice that. You know, it's not necessarily about winning here or scoring points. It's about practicing situations and scenarios. I would assume they'll probably go for it. 4th and goal situations. You want to practice these things. Miami's going to use a timeout here. Alright, so we are almost to this Applebee's. So we just did wings, now we're doing ribs and chicken salad. But yeah, it was a whole Disney safari themed birthday party. Some kid's first birthday. I didn't get 80 wings for my first birthday. I wish I did. I didn't get 80 wings for my last birthday either. Got to go over a bunch of speed bumps here, and Zach Wilson is sacked, and the Dolphins are going to turn over on downs. Ball's going to go back to the Detroit Lions. So I'm just going to say overall, Zach Wilson is not really working his way into a backup spot. All right. Hopefully this order is ready. We'll be right back with you. we got that order. We're gonna pause DoorDash since we have that order in hand. So the pickup, this is an interesting thing that they're starting to do on DoorDash. This is for that Hooters order that we did. The pickup was 9 minutes late, but they excluded the pickup time from the rating, and they just based it on the delivery time, and I was 3 minutes early. So it counts as an on time, not just as an excluded. So they've gotten a lot better with DoorDash on that. So I totally forget how much this is. It's like a $10 order or something, but we're gonna go take this. It's as much a repositioning order as anything else. So there's just a sack there by the Dolphins. Dolphins defense seems to be playing pretty well today. A reminder, these are not the starters in this game. This is all second, third, fourth string guys battling for backup spots, roster spots, battling to get on the practice squad. So it does matter a lot to the players in this game because they're all battling. But it's just not going to be the highest quality. You're just not going to risk injury on the majority of your players who you already know have set locked in starting spots. So like no Tua, Tyreek, Waddle. Not going to see those guys today. Now we got to go about 5.5 miles. Gonna drop off this Applebee's order. Wings and ribs. It's football food. It's football. So that's good. And I'm hoping, based on somewhat recent history too, that delivery orders will just get better and better from now all the way through the Super Bowl. If we can just see a small improvement, a little bit more every week for the next 12 to 16 weeks, that'll be a good thing. Well, hope everybody is doing well here today. We are going to have back-to-back sports coverage today. We're going to have Dolphins, and then once this is over, we'll take a little break and we'll head over to Mets. And then we'll do a side hustle one after the Mets game tonight. So we've got about like 7 or 8 hours of streaming planned for you today. So like I said, we're getting back into streaming and we're going big right away. So thank you guys for hanging out. Those of you guys who are out delivering, hope that's going well. For those of you who are following along with an insignificant yet still important for some reason football game, hope you're enjoying that as well. Another sack by the Dolphins here. So Dolphins defense playing really well, and you'll almost certainly see Quinn Ewers play the whole or most of the second half. Zach Wilson got the start at quarterback for the first half. So Quinn Ewers is the new draft pick quarterback for the Dolphins. It'll be fun to kind of see how he does. That was a big gain for the Lions. I don't know if it's a first down or not, but 27-yard gain. Maybe 1st and 10, I believe, from the Miami 29. Yeah, 1st and 10 from Miami 29. And then so this is all right up against the end of the clock here. It's almost halftime. We're already past the 2-minute warning. a 7-yard gain by the Lions. 2nd and 3 for the Lions. It's going to be a first down for the Lions on the hurry-up offense there as well. So the Lions are going to use their last time out here. There's about 30 seconds or so left to go in the first half. We got about 3 miles to go on this delivery. The Lions are trying to score here right before halftime. It's going to be a touchdown catch for the Lions. The Lions are going to take a 13-7 lead just before halftime. So it's going to be 13-7 with an extra point coming here. It's going to be 14-7 Lions. With about 30 seconds left in the half. The Dolphins will get the ball. I don't know if they'll try to do something. So Dolphins had a couple of sacks, but they gave up the big play on that drive. So. And then we're going to be kind of into the heart of the afternoon. This is going to be the slowest of the slow part of the afternoon that we have going on. So we'll see how orders are. See if we can snag some Instacarts or. Dolphins turn the kickoff to the 35-yard line. Under 30 seconds left to go in the half. We'll see if they try to put together something here or if they just kneel it out. Probably just depends on if they want to see something out of Zach Wilson here. And I'm assuming Quinn Ewers is going to take over in the second half. Be a 9-yard gain on first down here. going to be halftime here. So it's going to be 14-7, Lions over the Dolphins at the half. Almost to our drop off here. This is our Applebee's drop off. It is halftime right now, so nothing going on. We'll update you on all the scores around the NFL. There's a bunch of preseason games, probably like 6 or 7 games going on right now. So we'll update you on those scores here in just a second as we drop this off and try to find our next order. Just trying to stay busy with orders that are not horrible throughout the afternoon. It's kind of the goal. Zach Wilson was the quarterback for the Dolphins for the first half. He had 1 touchdown pass. Most of the Dolphins' yards were through the air, very little rushing. Last I heard, they had 5 rushing yards in the whole half. Some of that's probably also specific, though, too. They probably want to see, it's probably as much about seeing Zach Wilson pass as much as possible in a game situation as anything else. So, preseason games are not about results. Not that I have high expectations for the Dolphins, but you should have 0 expectations about wins and losses in the preseasons. All about evaluating your second string, third string players, figure out who your backups are going to be, figure out who you want to try to invite to your practice squad, all those sorts of things. That's what this is for. Alright, here's our turn. So we're just like a Applebee's drop off. Be our second drop of the stream. We're going to be with you on this stream all the way through the end of the Dolphins game, and then we'll take a little break and we'll come right back to the Mets game. That coverage will be a little bit better because I'll actually have a broadcast to listen to. That's going to be right around 4:15, something like that. Ooh, it's this one right here. All right, hold on. I'll be right back with you. All right. Pete, how's it going? We're Dolphins coverage right now. So, Dolphins from 1 to 4, Mets from 4 to 7, and then we'll do a little side hustle talk and casual hangout from 7 to 9, something like that, or however late we go. We'll see. I'm not going to be delivering tomorrow, so The rest of my money for the week, whatever I get for this week, comes in today. We're going to get ourselves turned around here. So we'll see what sort of orders are out here. Because I'm assuming Instacart's going to be our best chance to get something worthwhile. So it is 14-7 Lions over the Dolphins. I'm excited to see what sort of quarterbacking we'll see out of Quinn Ewers here in the second half. Denise, how's it going? It's at 8 for 5. They call it a platinum order. That's not a platinum order by any stretch of the imagination. It's a bad drop off. If it was staying downtown, I'd do that, but we just got to downtown. I don't want to leave downtown for a little bit. Just want to stay close to places where I can get a big order potentially. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate it. It's halftime of the game, so there's no actual action. I'm gonna go find a spot, try to find a spot in the shade somewhere and go park, and we'll go over all the scores around the NFL here. There's a Publix grocery store over here, so try to set up near restaurants and grocery, especially in the afternoon. Probably want to head more towards Fresh Market eventually, but we'll at least give it a minute over this way since we're up the north end of town. It's 11:50 for 12 miles. We're going to pass on that. The middle of the afternoons when I'm looking for, 5, 6, 7 for 1 or 2 mile orders. I don't mind taking lower orders if I don't have to drive far, but I'm not going to just take any order that comes through just because. All right, so we're just parked here, kind of in a parking lot. I'm going to recline a little bit, but I can just make sure I'm all caught up on chat, which I think I am, but all right, so there we go. That's your current halftime score, 14-7. All right, in other games, and again, this is just for entertainment purposes. KC, how's it going? Entertainment purposes, because there's nothing that matters in any of these games other than the actual position battles and then making sure no one on your team gets hurt. The Colts are leading the Packers 13-3. Browns over the Eagles 19-13. Patriots over the Vikings 14-6. And Texans over the Panthers 13-3. It's going to be another week or two. We'll be talking college football on Saturdays. Let's see, when do the Dolphins play next week? Next Saturday at 7. Mets play at the same time. So Mets and Dolphins both play 7 o'clock next Saturday night. $3 for 7 miles on Uber. I'll pass on that. All right. $9 for 10 miles on DoorDash. We're going to pass on that one. It's going to start out 1st and 10 Dolphins from their own 40-yard line. Deep fried wings do sound good. Yeah, I like me some wings, Pete. It's been a while since I've had good wings. And the ribs from Applebee's, they smell pretty good too. Not that I love Applebee's ribs per se, but just the concept of ribs. Well, it's football season. Football season makes wings taste better. All right, 2nd and 6, Miami. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass by Ewers, so. Chips and dip? Yeah, for sure. I like wings, ribs, chips and dip. Give me those 3 things, I'll be good for a long, long time. We're not going to hang at this parking lot super long, but it's going to be another incomplete pass. It's going to be 4th and 6 for the Dolphins here on their first possession of the second half. All right. It is going to be first down now for the Lions from their 12-yard line. Not much going on here. It's quiet over here, so I'm going to head over towards Fresh Market, which is definitely a more favorite grocery store to shop at, and see if we can catch an order over there or anything else along the way. I actually had 2 Grubhub orders today already. I'd only had 2 all week coming into today, 2 today, so. So there is a Costco business somewhere, but it's not super close. And I can't get anything good at my Costco. There's too many drivers with bots at my Costco for Instacart. So if anything gets past the diamond choppers, the bots snag anything else that makes it through. So occasionally I'll get something that's paired with Costco, but I need to get back to diamond cart to have a shot to see good Costco orders again. But Fresh Market's kind of like a lot of our higher end people, a lot of our rich people shop at Fresh Market. And it also pairs with upside cash back. Well, there's a quick 3 and out by the Lions. The Dolphins are going to get the ball back. And it's a little bit closer to some other restaurants too that might be in play for DoorDash and Uber Eats throughout the afternoon. So we're just repositioning. It's $8 for 11-mile double on Uber. We'll pass on that. Yeah, I mean, I've gone back and forth, but the problem is you got to pay up front, and you don't even know if you're dealing with someone who's legitimate. And, of course, like, I've never used a bot, but if you did, you can't really talk about it online. You get suspended so quick if you did that. How's it going, Corey? So, there comes a point in time, too, where even if it's officially against terms of service, at a certain point in time, Instacart knows what's going on, and they turn a blind eye to it, because they could just get rid of bots by sending people individual orders and offers, and get rid of the whole Scrum idea of everybody trying to click an order the fastest. They haven't done it. So even though it's officially against terms of service, at this point it's kind of like nod. We know you're doing it, but we're not going to stop you, because they easily could. Yeah, no, and it's just pretty obvious. And then there's a lot of people using 2 phones, 2 accounts. And then you'll see shopping carts full of stuff. Someone will go shop someone's order on one account, and then they'll go get an order on another account, shop the other one. I thought about taking their cart and just putting all the stuff back. Lions and Dolphins go Bears, oh my. Yeah, so Dolphins are going to get the ball back here pretty early in the third quarter. Second possession, they're down 14-7. Quinn Ewers is the new quarterback for the Dolphins for the second half. How's it going, BC? I think it's BC. We're just out here trying to find a decent order, keep ourselves busy. There you go. There's the dolphin emoji. I think we actually have a dolphin emoji for our channel members too. Let's see if I can pull that up later. So we're just kind of moving towards a different grocery store, Fresh Market, and see if we can find some orders there. All right, so the Dolphins have great field position here. It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the Detroit 14. So Quinn Ewers has an opportunity to get his name in lights and score a touchdown here. Help the Dolphins get back in the game, but more importantly for him, try to win that backup role over Zach Wilson. We're going to do this one. It's not a great order, but it's $9 for 6 miles, but it keeps us where the drop-off location is good. Drop-off location is downtown, so it's a California Pizza Kitchen order. We just passed by them, so we're going to go grab that. So it's not that, I try not to be too snobby about the orders I take, but drop-off location matters so much. It's going well. How are you doing, Corey? So, already this afternoon session was better than lunch. Lunch was horrible today. So there's a loss for the Dolphins on that last play, and a Lions player who's down. It's going to be 3rd and 8 from the Detroit 15. I would say, obviously the order can't be horrible, but I value the drop-off location so much more now than I did when I first started doing deliveries. Because there's so many drop-offs in my market that even if the offer looks decent, so it might be, say, like 10 for 7, which is like not great, but it's like, it's money. But there's a lot of drop-offs that you're going to have to drive that 7 miles all the way back. So it's 10 for 14, and it's just not worth it. And I'd rather pick up a couple of 5 for 3s that keep me in town than take that 10 for 7. It's going to end up being 10 for 14. It's a fight in the grass. Go Lions. Tell you what, I think it's going to be a long season for the Dolphins. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I will not be disappointed with the outcome of the Dolphin season, put it that way, because my expectations are on low. And any joy I had from sports, the Mets have basically sucked that completely out of me over the last 2 months. So, barbecue chicken pizza, barbecue chicken shop salad is what we're picking up from California Pizza Kitchen. So it's like 10 for 6, 9 for 6, something like that. Whatever. 9 and change for 6 and change. And it's a good drop off, so I hope the thing gets you. California Pizza Kitchen. I don't understand why people just don't drive when the light turns green. I waited like 3 seconds before that guy got the honky honk. It's like you have one job when you're the leader of the line at a stoplight. You have one job: watch the stoplight. Anything else you do? Don't do anything else. Watch the stoplight. There's people behind you waiting to go. What in the world? This guy's weaving all over the place. Drives a Mercedes, but doesn't know how to drive. That's for sure. Quinn Ewers. And that's going to be a touchdown. Quinn Ewers with the touchdown pass. Yeah, people are just stopping in the middle of the road. It's the same car that didn't go on the green light, just stops in the middle of the road in his parking lot. I've dealt with multiple entitled people today, and it's definitely where, I mean, they just blew a stop sign. It's like, this person who is driving right now, I have no idea who it is, but they should get their Mercedes revoked. He's crossing. Apparently they are. All right, so it's going to be all tied up here, 14-14. Dolphins, I almost said Tigers, Dolphins and Lions. All right, we're going to just try to pull a quick little U-turn here. Get turned around, get our pickup from California Pizza Kitchen. Go make nice with our valet friend over here. Hopefully let us park up here. They usually do if they're not busy. If they are busy, I don't even ask. Am I good to pull up to the white sign for a quick pickup at California Pizza Kitchen?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you. They're super friendly about it, but I always ask, and then I always come with the thank you on the way in and the thank you on the way out. That being said, you get to hang out here. I'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. That's how we like it. The order is just ready. Yeah, they were ready this time. Get all my pictures here. This particular one, they just usually have them in a bag sitting out. But it was ready, so we'll take that. We're going to a hotel downtown. Well, appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. This is our third delivery. It's actually been pretty busy. Saturday afternoon has been busier than Saturday lunch was. So we had a large catering order on DoorDash for Hooters. That turned out to be 12. Then we did like a $10 Applebee's. There's a fumble. Fumble on the field here. So the Dolphins muffed the punt. The Dolphins muffed the punt. The Lions are going to take over on, right around the Miami 25, something like that. So, Bree, are you trying to get me canceled here? All right. Do you think illegal immigration affects gig work? Let me just tell you what affects gig work in the most broadest sense. It's all about supply, demand, and I'm going to add in one other variable, desperation. Supply, demand, and desperation all is what is impacting gig work. So the more people who are desperate for money, the more drivers there are, and the less orders there are, then wages will go down for it doesn't matter who's here legally, illegally, anything. It's just basic economics. So if there are 100 drivers in your market, you will see worse orders and make less money than if there are 20 drivers in your market. And the problem with gig delivery work is most people in gig delivery work are not doing it and getting wealthy doing it because there's a cap on how much you can make in gig delivery. You know, really good drivers in really good markets maybe can max out $300-400 regularly a day. But I think in most markets, $200 a day on a regular basis every day, average. That's where you're gonna. So, I mean, we have so many immigrants in my town. I have no idea who's here legally and illegally, you know. So I do get quite a few mentions like, wow, it's weird having a English-speaking delivery driver. So I'm one of the few English-speaking delivery drivers. However, we're just also in a town where there are lots of people who have immigrated from Cuba and really all over the place. And so I have no idea, you know, from a legal standpoint, but I can just tell you the more drivers there are and the less delivery opportunities, then everybody's wages go down. Because think about it, think about the perfect scenario. Everyone in your town orders food and you're the only delivery driver, right? That's the perfect scenario. because you get to literally pick which orders you deliver. Every delivery driver you add cuts your earning potential a little bit, and every less customer that is ordering on these apps also cuts it. So maybe that sweet old lady Edith, who always tips you $20, no longer can afford to order on DoorDash anymore. So then she's out of the market. So now you're not making money on her orders. So it's 4th and inches for the Lions here. So I don't think it matters whether or not someone's here legally or illegally as to whether it would affect the earnings that gig delivery drivers make. But what does affect it is the more drivers, then the less money you will make. So, if you had even a group of 10 drivers and you all said none of us are going to take any order under $20, and you refuse to take orders under $20, you know what the gig companies would have to do? They would have to keep raising pay until it got to $20. But if there's 1,000 gig delivery drivers out there, there's always going to be someone desperate enough to take a bad order. Like, that's the thing. There's always going to be someone desperate enough, and then you're also going to have people who used to be customers who came on hard financial times who then become delivery drivers. And every time there's a new influx of drivers, it doesn't matter, even if they're not desperate, it takes a while to get good at this. So I just think it's supply, demand, and desperation. Those three things is what really impacts how much you can earn. So the supply is there, how many orders are there available? The demand, how many drivers are willing to take orders? And then the desperation is how much do the drivers need money? And you've probably been like me. Like, I've had shifts or a week where it's like, I have to take everything because the bill is due. Like, starting next week, right? Today is the 15th, is that right? 16th? Today's the 16th. So starting next week, I got to take a whole lot I can't be picky at all. I got to take a ton of orders because rent is due. Rent is around the corner. Rent is due. And so I can't be like, oh, well, rent is due, but I don't like this order. I'd rather get better dollars to miles. Like, no, I got to take it. I got to make the money. And so you have to, and just imagine, right? So probably towards the end of the month, everybody needs to make rent money. So then everybody ends up taking orders that are a little bit worse, which means everybody has to take more orders to make the same amount of money that you would have to take if nobody took the bad orders. So it's kind of one of those race to the bottom sort of things. It's not really a lot of fun. So I don't know. I mean, I hope that clarifies. I just don't think on an individual basis. I don't think illegal immigrants would be taking worse orders than legal immigrants or just people who are here necessarily. Everyone's going to always take the best orders that they can find that are available to them. Like, no one's going to say, hey, here's $10 for 1 mile and $1 for 10 miles. Let me take the $1 for 10 miles. Like, no one's intentionally taking worse orders. But if you do have a lot of people who end up taking every order, and then they also get rewarded with some of the better orders by taking every order, it really knocks a lot of stuff out of play for drivers who are trying to be picky. So, and just remember, folks, the goal is to replace all of us with robots eventually anyway, so. We're almost to this hotel. We're like half a mile away. Going to a hotel. We'll get it dropped off. We'll be right downtown. Don't know if that means we'll get a good order right away, but at least drop-off is in a good location that we could get an order right away. I mean, that's what they promise, Bree. I just don't know if that's actually true. If you can't, if the contingency to get the better orders is that you have to keep taking the bad orders, maybe you do get the better orders, but I really wonder if you average out any better than somebody who's cherry picking. The only reason I'm back to Platinum Dasher on DoorDash is because we're under the new points system. We're part of this pilot program for the points system, and so I don't have to worry about my acceptance rate on DoorDash. As long as I can keep my customer satisfaction rate at 100%, my completion rate at 100%, and my on-time delivery rate at 100%. So if I can keep those three things perfect, then I can be a Platinum Dasher with what I have right now, which I think is like about a 14% acceptance rate. If a company's enforcing an acceptance rate as opposed to a sheer net number of deliveries, it means they know they're sending out bad orders, and that's the way they're getting them delivered. So Instacart doesn't have any form of an acceptance rate. They just simply have to get to certain tiers. Of course, you have to have customer service metrics, but overall, they just care about net number of deliveries. So either 100 or 300, depending on what specific metric you are going for. So yeah, Pete, that's a whole separate ethics thing to dive into for sure. All right, let me figure out where this is going. All right, I gotta run up to the second floor really quick to this hotel. I'll be with you as quick as possible. think it is National Entitlement Day. It's just been non-stop. People have been just weird today. How's it going, Jaeger? Well, it was 14-14. Is it still 14-14? I've delivered to this hotel probably 100 times, and the guy's like, just so you know, no one ever parks facing the direction you faced. You always have to turn around and go the other way. Like, yeah, well, that's the first time anyone's ever asked me that. So, it's National Entitlement Day. Okay. Anyway. We just dropped off a California Pizza Kitchen order downtown at a hotel. So get parked somewhere, get out of their little precious parking spot. It's probably because it's like check-in time right now. That's $8 for 11 miles. We're going to pass on that. So it is 17-14 Lions over the Dolphins. That's what we have going on. I got to get my stream going again. Third and 8 for the Dolphins. Brock Ewers is going to get the opportunity to convert a big first down here. And it's going to be a screen pass that goes for a loss. I don't know, it just feels more and more like if this Dolphins team doesn't figure it out this year, this whole thing just needs to be blown up and start over. I think people are done with Tyreek and McDaniel. Really, everyone's done with Stephen Ross. We can't do anything about the owner. So, good punt by the Dolphins, though. Lions will start with the ball on their own 9-yard line. So, give the defense a nice, big field to defend. Hope everybody is doing well today. Happy Saturday to all of you. Lions are up 17-14 on the Dolphins. So we just completed our third order of the stream. Done a Hooters, an Applebee's, and a California Pizza Kitchen. We're going to go set up kind of over by the mall and Publix. Over by Fresh Market. We're going to stay live on this stream until the Dolphins game is over. And then we will be live again shortly thereafter for the Mets game. Doing the same thing, just switching from baseball to football. I have a 6-win expectation, Jaeger. I just don't think they have it. This is my gut feeling. My gut feeling is this team peaked 2 years ago. I don't feel like we're better. I don't feel like there's any, unless Tua can just grow to the next level, which we're not going to know until we see in game. So I would say Tua is the X factor that could change my viewpoint on this. And the next level, meaning like not just put up big numbers, but become dominant in situations where he can actually go out and win the game for the Dolphins. There's an illegal shift by the Lions. So I think the Dolphins win less than 9. I think they have a losing record, and then everything gets blown up. I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen, but I had high expectations for the Mets this year, and they're failing me, but I just don't. Our tight end situation is worse than what it was. Are our wide receivers any better? I don't really feel like they're better. They maybe aren't worse, but Tyreek's 1 year older. I don't know. The whole thing just feels like a science experiment at a science fair that just goes horribly wrong. But maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I went through and I did a schedule breakdown a while ago. I mean, there's obviously things can change, but I'm going to park next to my fellow Pontiac 5. I think this person works. So I'm in the Vibe. There's a fellow Red Vibe. I think they work at Cheesecake Factory. I don't know. What are you thinking? I'm not here to be a downer. There's just nothing. I'm not excited about anything per se, I guess. All right, there's 35 seconds left in the third quarter here. All right, punt to Miami. It's going to be returned by Henning to just about the 40-yard line. Yeah, no, we've got quite a few places, but I don't know. I've just been dealing with entitled people all day. It's just started from my very first delivery of the day. Some lady went absolutely crazy on me. She's like, "Why did you buy bratwurst? I don't like bratwurst." Like, it was on the list. Why did you get this milk as a replacement? I didn't approve it. It was literally the customer approved substitution. Like, I don't know what was going on. And it's just been like that. Been bad drivers and entitled customers today. So I'm trying to stay in my happy place. Trying to not. But it's like then when you cap it off with like this hotel that I dropped off at like 100 times, and like a guy comes up like not nice about it at all, like, "Hey, just so you know," like really stern and mean about it. I'm like, exactly. A big gain, big play for Brock Ewers and the Dolphins. Nice 23-yard play for the Dolphins. It's going to end the third quarter. The Dolphins are going to have it 1st and 10 on the Lions 32. Yep. No, I used to be like, I tried to get substitutions if they were like decent. Now it's like, always get subs now. They're following the metrics, but here's the thing, like, she was like, these are all notes that she typed to me. She didn't communicate while I'm shopping, mind you, right? Like, it wasn't like while I was shopping, like, hey, please don't sub this, or why did you add this to the list, or whatever. Like, I didn't. She can, like, I don't know who ordered the stuff for her. Somebody ordered it for her. Whether she did, I don't know. But I replace now everything all the time. And on DoorDash too, you like have to. Oh yeah, I get that pretty regularly. I got a whole order of groceries last week because it was a meet the customer and they never came to the door. Like after 10 minutes, it's like call Instacart to have the order canceled. I thought Instacart was like, well, would you be willing to wait 10 more minutes? I'm like, no way. And it turned out it was like only a $3 tip anyway, so it's like, I try not to be super negative about this stuff, but yeah, no, I mean, if that's what these apps care more, so remember, these apps make money when you make substitutions, right? So they're making money from the store, and the small percentage of time that they have to go back and refund a customer because they don't like a replacement, most customers don't even know how to ask for a refund on Instacart. And I bet the vast majority have never. They've just, if they get something they don't like, maybe they complain, maybe they leave bad feedback, but they don't ever ask for a refund. So it is in our best interest as a driver, even if it hurts your customer service metrics a little bit. And I can tell you, I can show you, because I'm trying to get back up to Diamond for Instacart, which I got a lot to do. I still need 217 more deliveries over the next 45 days. So, but on my ratings on Instacart, they actually went back up because I have been, it's like, and a customer can't complain that it's a wrong item if they're the one who requested it. You know, if they, so, but I got my shopping quality back up to good. And so I got it back up to good. It was standard just a couple days ago because I was like doing refunds and stuff. No, they can't. Like literally, I have 0 damaged items, 0 wrong items, 0 missing items, and 2 unrequested refunds. So of all the things that I've gotten docked for on customer service metrics, the only thing that I've gotten docked for on Instacart is 2 unrequested refunds. So I follow this. I don't even, like, I don't even know where customer, oh, there it is. It's good. So whoever this customer was today, I'm at a 4.98 on Instacart. I have 96 5-star, 2 4-star, 2 2-stars removed, and then 1 1-star removed because a customer had a pattern of low ratings. I'm sure it's a ploy to try to get free food or whatever. Ollie Gordon with a nice run. 15-yard run on 3rd and 1. Dolphins are going to have it 1st and goal from the Detroit 8-yard line. Dolphins threatening to take the lead here. Well, that is true, Pete. That is true. But it does just seem, I don't know, it's like, I've always noticed there being things like this where people just kind of, as a community, emotionally ebb and flow, which is really weird. I don't know how to quantify it, but like, I've just dealt with entitled people all day today, like out of nowhere. Like I had no issues with this yesterday, But like all day today, entitled drivers, entitled customers, entitled hotel people. Like, it's just all out of nowhere. Yeah, you need 300 now to get to Diamond on Instacart instead of 200. It's going to eliminate, I mean, I'm not Diamond now, but it's going to eliminate so many Diamonds, you know, because 200 was tough but doable if you were part-time, but 300 you pretty much have to be full-time. You know, that's like 4 a day on average. You know, 25 a week. And so if you're only going to deliver 5 days a week, that's 5 a day, 5 days a week. So, oh yeah, everybody, all these places want you to do it full time without paying you full time. Yeah, exactly. Without the full-time pay, without the full-time benefits. And we've got a touchdown. We've got an 8-yard touchdown pass for Quinn Ewers and the Miami Dolphins. We got a couple orders here. I'm looking over all my options. All right, we'll do this so I can stay on with you guys. It's $12 for 5 mile large catering order, but again, there's no plus on this. That's all this is. Our net tipping definitely is down a little bit. It's from Uncle Julio's. I could have done a shopping order. If I wasn't live, I'd probably do that. Yes, touchdown for Miami. Miami takes the lead, 21-17. We're going to take this Uncle Julio's. It's 12 for 5. That's ribs again. Family fajita meal for 4 plus ribs. So there were a couple of different options here. There are a couple of Instacart options that all came in. But I'll take the one. Yeah, there was like a 13 for like 8 items. There's a bunch of ice. Probably going down to a restaurant or something. But it's hard to do shopping. I try to minimize how much shopping I do when I'm live streaming. There you go, there's Uncle Julio's for you. We're gonna go check it out, see if it's ready. We'll already mark it as not ready right away, just so we let DoorDash know someone didn't deliver it to our car. All right, I'll be with you shortly. It'll be ready in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah, isn't it cool? It's really cool artwork. It's probably prefab stuff, but it is still really cool. I'll show you some more of the art over here. Lots of eyeballs and stuff. Right. Well, it's all right. Remember, companies are there to make money. I don't fault companies for trying to make money. So, but you have to make individually good business decision for yourself as a gig driver. All right, they said 5 minutes at 3:48. Earlier we had a Hooters pickup. They said 5 to 10 minutes, but closer to 5, and that ended up being 18 minutes. I just don't understand how you can be a restaurant worker and have no clue how long it takes to prep your food. That's one thing that has just been mind-boggling to me. All right. All right, Detroit has the ball. There's about 10 minutes left here in the fourth quarter in the game. It's beyond bad communication. It's not awareness, or I don't know. Like, because they're trying to like make sure drivers don't leave. It doesn't matter. There'll be another driver here. If I were to cancel this order, I'm not going to. But if I were to cancel this order, there'd be another driver here within 3 minutes. It's like there's zero reason to try to keep drivers around. So I don't know if that's what they're trying to do. It's very consistent though. I mean, hundreds of deliveries. I would say 5% of the time, 5 minutes actually means 5 minutes. The vast majority of the time, 5 minutes means 10 minutes plus. All right, it's going to be 4th and 6 for the Lions on their own 43 here with about 9:50 left. I'm going to head back in 2 minutes. We'll see if they actually hit their 5 minute goal. All right, I'm going to go in. It's been 4. We'll see if they're ready at 5. finally got it. This time, 5 minutes equals 9 minutes. Ewers makes a great conversion on third down. So the Dolphins are going to continue with this possession and to try to run out this clock and maybe put a few more points on the board and close out the game with an insignificant victory. But we'll take it nonetheless. Yep, let's go Miami. I mean, nothing against Zach Wilson, but I would much rather the Dolphins try to take this Ewers kid and raise him up. And if Tua just puts it all together this year and puts together a Super Bowl season, that's great. Then you got a nice, capable backup. But if, on the other hand, the Tua experiment needs to be done, then you've got a quarterback that you actually raised up. I don't know. I feel like you just know who Zach Wilson already is. All right. So we're on our way to drop off this order. It's going to be an incomplete pass for Miami there. There's a flag on the play. Holding on the offense. Casey, it's been okay. I would say if it was a normal, like a midweek day, it would be a good day. But for a Saturday, it's been kind of average. This is a $12 for 5 mile order. And at least by the time we get back downtown, it'll be close to supper. So hopefully, next wave of orders will start coming in. Dolphins are winning though, so we'll take that. Nice run by the Dolphins right up the middle. Nice 26-yard rush for the Dolphins. Going to give them a first down, continue this drive. A touchdown would not quite seal the game because there's a lot of time left, but it'd be really, really cool. Ewers already has 2 touchdown passes on the day. Love to see him get a third. And of course, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. Yes, it's against third and fourth stringers, but if Ewers goes out and puts up an egg, no one would say, well, whatever, he was passing to third and fourth stringers. They'd say, no, he had a bad day. So you can't say he'd have a bad day if he didn't perform and then not say he has a good day if he does perform. So there's going to be offensive pass interference after that. It'll be like first and 20, I think, for the Dolphins here. I have my Dolphins jersey with me. I just forgot to put it on. right, second and 20. Dolphins are going to have an 11-yard gain on second and 20. So it'll be about third and 9. 9 to go. Dolphins trying to extend this drive. They're already in field goal territory. It's going to be a first down for Miami inside the 20-yard line of the Detroit Lions. Second and 4 for the Dolphins here on the 12-yard line of the Lions. And there's a 7-yard rush. It's going to be first and goal Miami on the Detroit 5-yard line. See if viewers can figure out how to get his third touchdown pass of the day, all in the second half. Going to be second and goal now from the Detroit 1-yard line. 3 minutes left in the game. A touchdown maybe could actually put away the game here at this point. We're going to keep this stream live till the end of the game, and then I'll take a quick little break, and then we will go live for our Mets broadcast coming up shortly. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. Yeah, I do look like the seat right now, don't I? I have a Mets jersey with me too. That one's black, so I'm probably still gonna blend in with the seat. Kaylee, how's it going? Dolphins are trying to punch in for a touchdown. We'll put them up by 9. They can figure out how to get it in here. We're almost to our drop off here for this Uncle Julio's. Stuck at a light. Let's get this food dropped off. So hard to see. Is this it? There it is. I guess I've been here before because the address was in my GPS, but I don't remember this place. All right, I'll be right back. All right, that one ends up being an excluded rating, not on time, even though I was all the wait was for the restaurant. But it's plus 2 minutes, and they're like, we're going to be nice and we're going to exclude it, even though you got it 3 minutes faster than you were supposed to once you actually got the order. All right. So the Dolphins end up kicking a field goal there to go up 24-17. We've got a minute 50 left in the game. So the Lions are going to get the ball back with a chance to probably to try to win it. It is unlikely that they will try to tie it if they actually score a touchdown. They'll go for 2. Well, now that they've fixed the overall on time, Kaylee, it's a lot better. I still wouldn't say it's perfect. I still schedule all my dashes because one little hiccup and you can lose platinum unless you're going to keep your acceptance rate high, which I'm not. I'll bring my acceptance rate up to quickly get to platinum. That's how I did it. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, and the orders are just, there have been lots of catering orders, but I don't know if people are just tipping less or they're just sending me the bottom of the barrel catering orders. Like that one was a large catering order, but it was only $12, like a $10 tip for like $200 worth of food. So, all right, we're gonna do this one because it's a good drop off. This is another catering here. $22 for 12 miles. Yeah, no plus on this. They don't even call this a platinum order. But we're gonna take it because it's only $4.15, And I know I can get it done in less than an hour. And I think that's a good way to look at some of these orders is, can I get it done in less than an hour and make 20 bucks? Might as well take it. So we are going to take this one. 22 for 12 is going to bring us the final drop off. We got to go north, and then we got to go way south. The final drop off will be kind of near downtown. So I like the drop off. I like that we're going to be staying busy between now and 5 o'clock. So we're going to keep this stream live until the Dolphins game is officially over, see what the Lions can do here. Then we'll take a few minute break. And then we'll start the Mets stream. The Mets game is already going. Top of the first in the Mets game. Mariners have a runner on second. Nothing. 2 outs. Alright, so the Lions have about a minute and a half, a little less than a minute and a half. Try to drive the field, get a touchdown, and go for the 2-point conversion, try to win the game. Yeah, Dolphins are winning. Quinn Ewers has had a great second half for the Dolphins. 2 touchdown passes, plus the running game is taking advantage of some holes that opened up. Yeah, exactly. You know, the 22 for 12, if it was a way far out there drop off and I had to drive the 12 back to get orders, then that wouldn't be as good. But 22 for 12 when it's a good drop off, that's not bad at all. Be first down for the Lions here. Just about a minute to go in the game. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're enjoying these streams, lets me know that we should keep on doing them as we go throughout the fall. Food delivery and football, and of course food delivery and fall ball for baseball. We are pulling in, going to, like, I don't know what it's called, Giardino's salads or something like that. All right, this is going to be first down Lions. I don't know exactly where they are on the field. They're going to take a timeout with about 40 seconds remaining in the game. Well, thank you, Pete. I hope we can find a tip increase too. Not super confident of that. We haven't seen a lot of those recently, but you never know. Maybe your vibes will vibe. Lions are got another first down. Hooker's gonna spike the ball. There's 27 seconds left. We'll see if it's ready right away. I'll come right back out, or if it's gonna be a while for a wait, I'll come back out. All right, everything's ready. Yeah, I think a lot of people are hurting, but people will give up tipping before they give up their lifestyle of having food delivered. All right, the Dolphins officially win. So game is over. Dolphins win. Quinn Ewers had a great second half, and that's really the only thing I care about for the Dolphins coming out of this game. So, all right, we're gonna go. 24-17 is the final score. The Dolphins win. Make sure you throw those dolphin emojis in the chat. Fins up. Dolphins win. I'm going to be back with you guys live in about 10 or 15 minutes. Just take a little clear the headspace break. Probably catch you as soon as I might even catch you before I drop off these salads, because I got a 20-minute drive. All right, well, thank you. As always, hit that like, subscribe on the way out, and we will see you again shortly. Have a great afternoon, everybody.